So I decided to do a video talking all about the Nigerians bookworm's biggest fears because, I'm a fraud. Hello everybody, Noria back again, and this video is actually inspired by Haley and Bookland's the Bookworm's Biggest Fears video. I would link it up over here so you could go check it out to see what inspired me to do my version, because although she did have a lot of valid points, I do believe though that when you live in the UK, the US or Canada, there are certain problems that other bookworms in other parts of the world face that you might not necessarily be so privy to. So yes, this video I'm going to talk about the Nigerian bookworm's biggest fears, but I do know that if you live in other parts of the world, whether Australia, Mexico, Japan, Bangladesh, you'll probably find something that you could relate to, because hey, not every one of us who reads books lives in the UK, the US or Canada. So the very first problem that the Nigerian bookworm faces, actually not just the Nigerian bookworm, because I think this is actually applicable to people from other countries, is when you hit checkout and then you get the dreaded message, sorry, this book does not deliver to your country. What the fuck? Like, I'm sorry I live in a place with no electricity, no running waters, no building, no homes. No, we live on the trees. We happen to just read because somebody dropped a book in the middle of nowhere. We're like, oh my God, what is this? Words, they make sense. I'm looking at you, Amazon seller of cruel prints. Yes, you that would not deliver to my country. The second problem unique to the Nigerian bookworm. Okay, what am I even saying unique to the Nigerian bookworm? This is unique to any bookworm that does not live in the trifecta of UK, US, and Canada. So the second problem is when you ship the books and you're like, yay, finally, I got a book that ships to my country. You dance and then you hit checkout and then it's like, okay, your book is on the way. And you're like, I've arrived. And then you wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait until 6 months later, you get it in the mail and you're like, yay, finally arrived.
It's been 84 years.
Seriously. Seriously. The third bookworm fear on this list has to be, when there's an anticipated book coming out and everybody's all up in the business, like it's all pre-ordered, you're all waiting, we are all waiting for the book to arrive, and then on the day of release, you see it all popping up everywhere. Oh my God, look at me, I self-read my book. Yeah, I started reading it. Yeah, it's awesome. And then you see the vlogs and you're just here waiting because you see, it will take at least 2 weeks, if nothing goes wrong, for you to get the book if you do not live in the UK, the US or Canada. Unless you choose the fastest shipping option. But why would you spend that much money on shipping when you can spend it on more books?
Yeah, that's not gonna happen because priorities.
To ship or not to ship? That is the question. The third biggest fear of the Nigerian bookworm has to be relying on people's good nature and for them to have mercy and pity on you, because you have to know everybody's arrival and departures dates. And when I mean everybody, I mean everybody. Like, you have to know when your friend's third cousin, twice removed from his father's side by marriage, not by birth, is arriving, so that you can be like, oh my God, please, 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 could you like bring a couple of books with you when you're coming? Max 10, maybe 50. Don't worry, it will definitely not be more than 20. And they're looking at you with the, yes, because I traveled all the way home to serve your needs.
Are you crazy?
That shit is heartbreaking. But really, if you know anybody that is coming into Nigeria anytime soon, I have books on my card that I would dearly love for them to bring. Thank you. The next biggest fear of the Nigerian bookworm has to be the, you know, every time you travel, every other person is packing, I don't know, lingerie, clothes, swim trunks, you know, everything basically, because they're there to go on a vacation and enjoy life. Your box has to stay 3/4 empty, you know, so you can bring in all the books you're gonna buy when you're on vacation. So you go into Barnes and Noble, you order off of Amazon, you visit Book Depository, Book Outlet, you get everything in that box. So the vacation is not really for you. It's for you to go book shopping, which is, when you think about it, a really amazing place to be. Not bad. Sure, you'll not have that much clothes. You might not even have enough clothes, but you would have more than enough books. And that's all that matters. Seriously. The next biggest fear of the Nigerian bookworm has to be the need to have a very good grasp of economics and math. Like seriously, econs and math. Now, if you just had that confused look as what the fuck has economics and math got to do with books, but just hear me out. See, the exchange rate is constantly fluctuating, right? And you want to get books, so you have to be able to calculate, right? Which book you get, which by the way is also determined by the cover. So let's say you decide, like me, that you rather wait so you can get the Strange the Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares UK edition because those covers are gorgeous, right? And all the while you've been thinking, oh, $13, $13.99 for $13.99 for Strange the Dreamer, maybe $15.96 for Muse of Nightmares. But all that while it's been in dollars and you've already started calculating that, okay, so times 365 times 19, okay, but okay, I probably would fall within like say 5,000 there. But then you see the UK book cover and you're like, oh my god, this is so gorgeous, and then you see it and it's in 1825, but now you know that this is in pounds, not in dollars. So you start thinking, okay, what was the most recent exchange rate for pounds? Is it 500 or 525? Has it gone down to 497? Is it now 496? The next biggest fear of the Nigerian bookworm, although technically I would not really consider it a fear, more of an issue, a problem, a disappointment, has to be the fact that unlike every other place where you can walk into a library and make a request for a specific book you want, you can't really do the same here. Like, we have libraries, but we don't have that many libraries, okay? And the one that we do have are definitely not stocking Holly Black's The Wicked King. Like, if you want The Wicked King, you're going to have to buy The Wicked King. Borrowing it from the library, not an option. But your classics, definitely you will always get your classics there. But I don't know. Libraries here just, it's sad. So sad.
It's sad, so sad. Oh, it's a sad, sad situation.
The final biggest fear of the Nigerian bookworm has to be when you're in a group gathering or situation and you're surrounded all around you by bookworms. You know, usually there's that sense of camaraderie, of comfort, of companionship, of being safe and secure you get in the company of other bookworms, because you're all talking about books you love and you're like, yay, okay, I can lose my shit. Not really, because picture this scenario. You're surrounded by other bookworms who are clearly into books, and then they start saying, oh, what are your favorite books? What are your favorite authors? What are your favorite genres? And then they're like, do you like Chinelo Paranta? Do you read Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie? Do you love Ngugi wa Thiong'o? Have you read any of Buchi Emecheta's stories? Any of Odafia Togun's stories? And the words are just there, floating away in your head, like, and you tell them no. And then they ask you the dreaded question, oh, so what type of books do you read? And then you say, YA fantasy? And they go, oh, okay, favorite authors, and then you go, oh, I love Lee Bardugo, I love Victoria Schwab, I love Laini Taylor, I'm definitely a big fan of Angie Thomas, I love Neil Gaiman, and their eyes glass over and they give you the look. That shit will send you straight into nightmares. So, yes, those are some of my biggest fears as a Nigerian bookworm. If you're not Nigerian, but you can still relate to any part of what I've said, please let me know down in the comments. And yes, please comment, please like, please subscribe. And I will see you soon. Bye.